Just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left
Forget, I
hook.
only need one too.
Okay.
Forget that too.
That's fine. All right, then we both got it. We both got it.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't hear you.
Light skin. I want that light skin crybaby. I want that light skin coward. And I think he's scared. I think he knows I'm his toughest test at 135 pounds.
What happens when two of boxing's most talked about young fighters come face to face, and the tension goes far beyond competition? Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keyshawn Davis have both built reputations as determined and highly confident fighters, and their latest encounter created an immediate stir across the sport. What should have been a standard promotional appearance quickly turned into a tense exchange fueled by pride, personality, and intense rivalry. The atmosphere grew even more uncomfortable as the two faced each other, with moments that made it feel like the situation could erupt at any second. Fans were left talking, while the boxing community began choosing sides. Here's everything that happened.
You stole the show. I know it's, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now, if I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody wanna talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
Keyshawn Davis has quickly emerged as a standout prospect since making the transition from the amateur ranks, where he earned an Olympic silver medal. His unbeaten run as a professional, combined with the composure and self-belief he displays between the ropes, has positioned him among boxing's most exciting young talents. His performances have even led some observers to draw parallels between his potential and the sport's legendary fighters.
You are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels.
Sharing a weight class with Gervonta "Tank" Davis changes the conversation completely. At that level, being compared to other fighters is no longer enough. You are immediately viewed as someone who could challenge one of the division's biggest names.
Said he's now the new face of boxing. What do you think?
For sure, he's facing boxing. I don't have no problem with saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he deserves everything that's coming to him. He's the face of boxing for sure.
And he's that guy. You talked about how good Shakur is. Do you think people sleep on Tank's skills? Because they just see him as a knockout artist?
Who sleep on Tank skills? Nah, nobody sleep on Tank. Like,
well, I'm just going because so many people just think he's a knockout artist, but I think they underestimate his boxing IQ.
And back in 2021, in August, I sparred Tank, and he's skilled. Like, he's skillfully. Like, he's like, you can watch me fight. I'm skilled. When I got in the ring with him, he's skillfully great. He's great. Like, Tank is all the way around a great fighter for sure. He's for sure like Shakur the man. Tank the man too. Tank the man to beat right now because he got the popularity and the skill. You know what I'm saying? Shakur the man right now, but he's just not as popular as
Tank has already built a resume that speaks for itself. As a world champion across multiple weight classes, he has become one of boxing's most recognizable stars, with devastating stoppages that have repeatedly produced memorable highlights. Yet being at the top also brings new pressure. In Keyshawn, Tank was facing more than another contender. He was dealing with a young fighter willing to challenge his standing and question where his legacy was headed. Their friction had been developing well before they ever stood across from each other, with interviews, online exchanges, and increasingly pointed remarks adding fuel to the situation. Keyshawn's rapid emergence only intensified the rivalry, especially as he openly presented himself as a future leader of the lightweight division.
Davis Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah,
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there.
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
There we go right here.
The anticipation was enormous once it was revealed that Tank and Keyshawn would share the same table for a direct interview. Many expected a respectful exchange between two professionals, but the atmosphere quickly proved to be much more intense. As soon as filming began, it was obvious this was going to be anything but an ordinary media appearance. Tank arrived with the composed presence he is known for, carrying himself like a fighter fully aware of his position at the top. His polished appearance matched the confidence he brought into the room. Keyshawn took a different approach, keeping his style relaxed while projecting the message that he had no reason to feel intimidated. Although the interviewer opened with conventional questions, the fighter's reactions told a much bigger story. Tank remained reserved, sitting back with his arms folded while keeping his attention fixed on Keyshawn. Keyshawn leaned in and brought a noticeably more energetic presence. Even the smallest reactions, from Tank's knowing grin to Keyshawn's expressions, seemed to communicate something without either man needing to say much. The atmosphere changed when the discussion shifted toward legacy. Keyshawn made it clear that he had no intention of simply accepting Tank's position without challenging it. Tank responded by emphasizing what he had already accomplished and the success reflected in his professional record. With each exchange, the room became increasingly uncomfortable. Before long, the interviewer appeared to have little influence over the direction of the conversation. Instead of remaining a straightforward promotional discussion, the meeting had developed into a battle of confidence between two fighters unwilling to give ground. Despite having considerably less professional experience than Tank, Keyshawn showed no hesitation. He matched the intensity across the table while speaking confidently about his ability, determination, and ambitions for the future.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. You got the power, you got the skill and ability. He's patient. You know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And you know that his coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So also go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm fighting. I want to fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Tank showed little interest in Keyshawn's confidence. He remained calm throughout the exchange, but his answers were delivered with precision, subtly highlighting what he viewed as the younger fighter's lack of experience. There was no need for Tank to become loud or confrontational. His controlled delivery carried the authority of someone who has spent years operating at the highest level and understands exactly how to provoke an opponent. The appeal of this matchup goes beyond championships and positions in the rankings. At its core, the dispute is about recognition. Keyshawn is determined to establish himself among the division's elite, while Tank is intent on reinforcing the reputation he has already built. And this tension is not something that suddenly appeared during the interview. The two fighters have been connected by a growing rivalry that has developed over the course of the past year.
You got a chance to work with Gervonta out here in Phoenix. What was that experience like? Anything you could share?
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like, when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like, he got, like, good upper body movement, and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. Technical sparring match. And I definitely learned that, like I said, his defense. Like, I definitely learned that he got some great defense, and it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But overall, it was great sparring, and
Keyshawn has consistently made it clear that he wants opportunities against the strongest names in his weight class. So Tank, being the division's most prominent star, was naturally one of the fighters he targeted. The situation became more heated once their exchanges turned personal. Keyshawn suggested that Tank was avoiding younger opponents who were eager to prove themselves, while Tank pushed back by questioning whether Keyshawn was actually prepared for the challenge of facing an established fighter at his level.
Knock that man ass out, man. Stop playing with me, man. Keep that going, man. Hey, real talk, you having a good time, though? All right, lock. Hey, this is my city, man. I try to tell y'all that shit.
Adding another layer to the situation, Keyshawn has also been working in sparring sessions with people who previously trained alongside Tank, giving the rivalry another reason to intensify. With the potential matchup getting closer, both fighters have been fully focused on preparation at their own camps. Tank, recognized for his demanding approach to training, has been refining his game under the direction of his new coach, Derek James. Their work together has already appeared to produce noticeable changes, with Tank looking more disciplined and locked in than before. Meanwhile, Keyshawn has approached his preparation with tremendous intensity. Clips from his sparring work have spread widely online, with viewers highlighting his quick movement, sharp footwork, and punching strength. His camp remains convinced that he possesses the tools necessary to pull off a major upset. Keyshawn has also repeatedly emphasized that he is taking every part of his preparation seriously and refusing to overlook any detail. For Tank, this matchup represents a chance to answer his critics, while strengthening his claim among the best fighters in lightweight history. He has already shared the ring with high-level opposition, but Keyshawn presents a different kind of challenge, a younger contender entering with confidence, ambition, and very little to lose.
Keyshawn Davis fan.
Hey, and I always got love.
And you are, listen, you are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels. It's certain levels in the amateur game. But when we go to pros, it's no more levels. I take it to the... There's no more levels.
To be fair, there was levels in the amateur game. He beat you every time.
It's like rules and regulations. It's like... It's rules and regulations.
Listen, I agree with what you say, but tonight was different. You watch it back. This kid's coming. This kid's coming.
Hey, Eddie, I ain't going to do too much on live, but look, all I'm saying is I'm one of these ones that's really willing to fight, and you know that.
Good.
For Keyshawn, Tank represents the biggest challenge he could ask for at this stage of his career. A victory over such an established name could transform him into a major star while backing up the confidence he has shown in himself. The goal goes beyond simply putting another win on his record. It is about proving that he truly belongs among boxing's elite.
You got a chance to work with Gervonta out here. What was that experience like? Anything you could share?
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like, when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like, he got, like, good upper body movement, and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. Technical sparring match. And I definitely learned that, like I said, his defense. Like, I definitely learned that he got some great defense. And it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But overall, it was great sparring, and
Keyshawn has also entered this stage of his career with significant momentum. His recent bout with Gustavo Lemos attracted plenty of attention after what was expected to be a lightweight matchup quickly became a one-sided contest. Lemos came in more than 6 pounds over the agreed weight and held an obvious physical advantage, which initially made him look like a difficult opponent. Keyshawn, however, neutralized those advantages with his quickness, technique, and punching power. He sent Lemos to the canvas 3 times during the second round, and the referee ultimately stepped in to bring the fight to an end.
He was over by 6.4 pounds at the weigh-in. He was there it is. Davis, and down goes Lemos. As he's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right hook, and that left hook puts him on stanky legs and face first on the mat. Don't dance too early now, Keyshawn, because Lemos is still dangerous. But not if you can continue to land those powerful shots. And that's how you end the fight. Keyshawn Davis said, I don't care if he's King Kong. If he comes into my house, he's gonna
The atmosphere in Keyshawn's hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, was charged with excitement as the local favorite put on a dominant display and closed the bout with a decisive finish.
Excitement, huh? Talk about coming in here and fighting a guy who was heavier.
Yeah.
You talked about not having no concern, but just talking about that, getting ready to fight somebody who was heavier.
No, I really didn't have concern, man. I'm keep getting y'all the same answer, man. All glory to God. He gave me the strength to go in there and fight through this week. Like, y'all don't even know, my sisters had a whole car accident today. And they hurt. My sister's head was, all of them, their head was hurting, back was hurting. Like, they literally could have got taken out today. The devil didn't want this to happen, but look what happened. It was still a glorious night. I told y'all it was going to be a movie. What is the...
Following the victory, Keyshawn wasted no time making his intentions known. He directly called out Gervonta "Tank" Davis with the words, "Hey Gervonta, knock," making it clear that he wants Tank as his next opponent. Keyshawn is convinced that he is prepared for one of boxing's biggest stars, and he continues using every available opportunity to put himself directly on Tank's radar.
World title, but also we gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3, but world title definitely gonna be next 2025. We got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock.
You've been on that all week. Listen.
For Tank, the matchup would be about protecting the position he has already established. He enters as the more recognizable star, an accomplished champion, and a fighter accustomed to being the main attraction at major events. Defeating Keyshawn would also provide an answer to those who accuse him of avoiding younger challengers, while further reinforcing his standing among boxing's leading names.
Like I said before, every time he has came to me, when I say who you want to fight, it doesn't matter. So he don't pick and choose. So if y'all want to criticize anybody, criticize me, or criticize Leonard Ellaby, or criticize whoever, but don't criticize the fighters. The fighters.
For Keyshawn, this matchup could represent the defining opportunity of his young career. Taking down Tank would instantly elevate his profile and send a clear message throughout the lightweight division. It would demonstrate that he is no longer simply a promising newcomer, but a serious contender capable of challenging for the top spot.
He was running from me. I'm not chasing you, Teofimo. Who else? I'm not trying to fight.
Keyshawn deliberately turned up the pressure with a pointed question about whether Lamont Roach could draw a crowd of 10,000, clearly understanding that the remark would get a reaction. But his confidence is not based on words alone. Keyshawn is coming off a second-round knockout of Gustavo Lemos, and that performance has only strengthened his belief in his own abilities. He has also demonstrated that facing a physically larger opponent does not necessarily take him out of his element.
Know that Keyshawn Davis is ready to step into the ring with one of those guys and fight for a world title?
Truth be told, Brian, I literally just got off the phone. I just hung up the phone with Shakur, saying I gotta do an interview with you, and I'm like, cool, what you think? Like, because I'm a person that really...
Keyshawn's interest in facing Tank is also far from recent. Their rivalry has been developing for a long time, and he has been working toward the possibility of this matchup for years.
When Light Skin posted those messages about me sparring, I was really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude.
Little dwarf, Oopa Loopa.
Keyshawn brings a combination of hand speed, sharp movement, and genuine punching power that could create serious problems for Tank. His youth and determination also make him a credible candidate to produce an upset, especially with very little pressure compared with the established champion. Adding even more significance to the matchup, Floyd Mayweather is now working with Keyshawn in preparation for the fight. It's hard to imagine Tank being pleased with that development.
What was your thoughts on that type of performance as a rising star in boxing?
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man. Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure behind this crowd. Man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro. He put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sisters singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man. And he was able to manage all of this.
The momentum among fans appears to be shifting, with more people now backing Keyshawn to shock the boxing world by defeating Tank Davis.
Volumes for sure.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
Like a superstar. You ready for whoever comes next, man? That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? It's just given the opportunity. That's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Awesome.
Terrence Crawford was there to watch Keyshawn's most recent bout in person, and the performance clearly left an impression on him after seeing the victory firsthand. Bud expressed the belief that Keyshawn is prepared to compete against the best available opposition, including Gervonta Davis. Coming from a fighter of Crawford's stature, that endorsement carries significant weight.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play out?
Yes, I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him, because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? But it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
Although the interview is over, the rivalry is nowhere near finished. With the potential fight getting closer, the verbal exchanges, psychological battles, and media attention are likely to continue building. Boxing fans are already divided over the outcome. Some see Tank's experience and punching power as major advantages, while others believe Keyshawn's youth, determination, and hunger could give him the tools to cause an upset. Ultimately, none of the predictions will matter once the opening bell sounds. At that point, it comes down to two fighters, 12 rounds, and an opportunity to leave their mark on boxing history. Who will have their hand raised? That answer will only come when they settle things inside the ring. Regardless of the result, this matchup could have a major impact on the lightweight division. But that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the coverage, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And let us know in the comments who you think has the advantage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.